Okay, everybody there? Can I have a volunteer to read verses 1 through 11? Okay, go ahead.
I have to read it really loud. Okay. A wise son heareth his father's instructions, but a scorner heareth not rebuke. A man shall eat good by the fruit of his mouth, but the soul of transgressor shall eat violence. He that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life, but he that openeth wide his lips shall have destruction. The soul of the sluggard desireth and hath nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. A righteous man hateth lying, but a wicked man is loathsome and cometh to shame. Righteousness keepeth him that is upright in the way, but wickedness overthroweth the sinner. There is that maketh him rich, yet hath nothing. There is that maketh himself poor, yet hath great riches. The ransom of a man's life are his riches, but the poor heareth not rebuke. The light of the righteousness rejoiceth, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out. Only by pride cometh contentation, but with the will advised is wisdom. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathered by labor shall increase.
Okay, thank you, Case. Here we get a bunch of advice from King Solomon. And we're going to jump back to verse 1. A wise son heareth his father's instructions, but a scorner heareth not rebuke. Does anybody here know what a scorner is? Anybody want to give a shot at that? Okay, well, if we turn to 14:9, feel free to turn there. We see that it says, fools make a mock at sin, but among the righteous there is favor. Now the same word here that is translated to mock is scorn. So in other ways, a scorner is someone who mocks. Okay, now we're going to jump down to verse 3, back in Proverbs 13. He that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life, but he that openeth wide his lips shall have destructions. So here we're told that we need to think before we speak. Guys, this is talking to you. But as an example, we are going to turn to Judges 11, and then I'll give you verse 1 through there.
I don't have that.
Do you not have that?
You don't have that book? Book exists from ours.
You ready?
His Bible doesn't.
Just share with them.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's an example of Jephthah, a man who did not think before speaking. Okay, starting in verse 30. And Jephthah vowed a vow unto the Lord, and said, If thou shalt without fail deliver the children of Ammon into mine hands, then it shall be that whatsoever cometh forth of the doors of my house to meet me, when I return in peace from the children of Ammon, shall surely be the Lord's, and I will offer it up in a burnt offering. Now that's a great thing. He's offering whatever he sees first, he's going to give to the Lord. Now jumping down to verse 35, and it came to pass when he saw her, verse 34. And Jephthah came to Mizpeh unto his house, and behold, his daughter came out to meet him, with timbrels and dances, and she was his only child. Beside her he had neither son nor daughter. And it came to pass when he saw her, he rent his clothes and said, Alas, my daughter, thou hast brought me very low. Thou art one of them that trouble me, for I have opened my mouth to the Lord and cannot go back. So that's a great thing. He was offering the first thing he saw to the Lord, but he didn't think about it. And so if you go back and you read that whole chapter, you see, after a while, he has to offer his daughter, his only child, because he didn't think about it. So now we'll jump back. There's a lot of jumping. We'll go back to Proverbs 13.
Yes. You're back in.
Okay. Jumping down to verse 7. There is that maketh himself rich, yet hath nothing. There is that maketh himself poor, and hath great riches. It doesn't make any sense to spend our life gathering riches down here where moth and rust destroy, where thieves break in and steal. It makes so much sense to spend our lives working up treasures in heaven where it'll be eternal. Now finishing in verse 11, wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. That goes just along with verse 7. It doesn't make sense to waste our life working for goals that are going to waver in the wind. Here, if we work for the Lord, He will reward us in heaven. Okay, let me see what I got next. Okay, now we're going to jump down to 13, verse 20. Now this is my main message. This is the main verse for this message. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed. I think this is very powerful, especially for all of the teenagers, because we all let influences into our life that we know we shouldn't. Whether it's a person, whether it's music, a specific video game, we all let things into our life that slowly but surely will take us off track. So we need to watch out what we're letting into our lives. To go with that, I won't make you turn here. We have Matthew 7:6. Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under your feet and turn again and rend you. If we're giving all our talent, our God-given talent, unto these people that don't care about us, we're going to be broken. They're going to take it, throw it out. We shouldn't be wasting our talent, all these wonderful things that God gave us, on people that don't care about us. We got to be careful what we're letting into our lives. And then, just going back to Proverbs 13:20. He that walketh with the wise shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed. That's mainly what I want you to take away from this message. That's all.
Awesome, man.